Bull trout are just a majestic fish.
They're a very big, charismatic fish.
They can grow to be 2.5 foot long, the epitome of the apex predator.
Bull trout live in many very beautiful, wild, interesting places.
Bull trout to the Yakima Nation's always been important. The Yakima Nation's been existing with these things since time immemorial, and it's something that we hold in high regard.
But bull trout here in the Yakima Basin are declining fast.
We've got populations under 50, and that's just tremendously low.
Bull trout are a keystone species, and if you lose one species, the house of cards is going to collapse.
If we don't act today, we won't have bull trout in the future. Bull trout were listed across their range as threatened under the Endangered Species Act in 1998. And in the last 10 years, bull trout numbers have actually dropped in half.
They require cold, clean, connected, and complex habitat. And that's the same types of habitat that other salmon and trout species need to live. So they're that canary in the coal mine when it comes to what the watershed conditions are doing. If those habitats don't support bull trout, they're not going to support salmon either.
I think it's really important to recover the bull trout because that's going to help us recover the other species in the area as well.
There's a lot of different issues with bull trout. You know, we've got dams that have disconnected them from their natural migratory pathways. We've got a creek that dewaters. We've got little juvenile fish that once it dewaters, they're either easily predated upon or they just desiccate because the water goes away.
What we did initially was to come in and build a road network. Some of those roads actually crossed right through the stream. It's one of the things that caused their decline was we logged right through the stream channel, took these old growth trees that held the stream channel firm and allowed the stream channel to migrate excessively left to right.
There's been a long history of sort of persecution against the bull trout. Historically, agencies were encouraging people to catch bull trout. So over time, not only have people overfished bull trout, there's just been a loss of habitat. Like I said, bull trout live in the most beautiful places, so it happens to be that these are also the areas people are out recreating, camping, fishing. It adds a pressure of people interacting with bull trout in generally a negative way. So whether that means building rock dams in the creek just for fun, for play, that does affect how bull trout are able to migrate through the system. It becomes sort of a battle for a clean, healthy, undisturbed watershed that bull trout really need.
Well, if we don't do anything, we lose bull trout. So the Yakima Basin created the Bull Trout Working Group. We're working on restoring bull trout habitat for the Cochise population of bull trout. What we're looking at here is a mid-channel large wood structure or mid-channel jam. So the purpose of this is to partition flow during high flows to create more complexity with that flow structure, as well as providing these deep scour pools and provide a lot of cool little places for fish to go and hide and be away from the predators and also have that connected groundwater so they won't die because there's no water.
What we're trying to repair is to give the stream some of those old growth trees back, some of the structure that they formed within the stream to nudge the stream back towards its historic performance.
This is our bull trout facility. We have the ability to raise fish from eggs all the way up to adults here. Those tributaries go dry. And so we have crews that go out and we rescue all fish that are stranded. We're taking fish that would have died, we're rearing them to a subadult stage and we're putting them in the lake, and we're hoping to see here in the next 2 years quite a few of those fish come back and spawn.
What we really need is the public to be aware that we do have bull trout. They're on the brink of blinking out. We still have time to make corrective actions to help save these populations, but we really need people to be aware that bull trout are important. And if we care about salmon, if we care about orca, we need to take care of bull trout too to help all those other species.
I think life has inherent value, and whether that's an insect or a bull trout or a polar bear, we need to do what we can to fix what we've caused.
Knowing what it looked like before and seeing the change, it's very meaningful to the Yakima Nation to have these types of projects.
The habitat didn't get degraded overnight. It took 100 years for us to mess it up, and it's going to take a little bit to get it back, but we're on the right track with that.
We've lost 2 populations in the Yakima Basin here in Kittitas County already, and we're really working hard to make it so we don't lose any more. But I am hopeful that with the different various programs that are going on, including our restoration work, is going to help pave a way for those fish to persist in the face of a changing climate.